Today we released a report where we did research into 10 cities, and we analyzed whether or not if you are in an accident that wasn't your fault, insurance companies can raise premiums on you. So say for instance you're stopped at a stoplight and someone rear ends you through no fault of your own, you're in an accident. What we found was premiums can go up in 8 out of the 10 cities that we analyzed. I think most people would think that this is unfair on its face. What we also did find, though, is that at least in 2 states that we analyzed, 2 of the 10, California and Oklahoma, the rules don't allow an insurer to raise your premiums if you were in an accident that wasn't your fault. And we also found that one of the large insurers, State Farm, didn't raise premiums even in the states where they could do it. So I think what that tells us is we know this is a problem that I think everyone's going to agree it's unfair, but we also know it doesn't have to be that way in the eight states where we found you could raise the premiums, because we have a really large insurance market, California, where it's not allowed, including a smaller one too, Oklahoma, and we have a large insurer, State Farm, who doesn't do it, at least in these 10 cities that we analyzed, even when they can. So I think that shows us that we don't need to have this practice. Insurance regulation is really a state-by-state issue. And one of the reasons we don't see sometimes a lot of research into this, maybe perhaps previously, is that you really do have to dig into each state individually to find out what's going on. We have what we see as an unfair problem. We know it doesn't have to be that way. There's no clear case of why it has to be that way. So what we're hoping is that state lawmakers will open up their books and they will look to see, if they're not in one of the 10 we analyzed, whether or not insurers are allowed to raise premiums on people who've been in accidents that aren't their fault, and if so, that they will take the necessary action to change that. And of course, we also encourage consumers to see what their situation is too. Ask your insurance agent, ask your insurance company. If someone rear ends me at a stoplight, can my premiums be raised just because of that? And know that you have other places to go.